What's up guys, Incredi here, back with another video in the advanced lobby. This is video number 3 of the Platinum series. This past month I've been not hard at work per se, more like very easy at work on refining strats for a couple silvers and learning a few new ones as well. I was gonna post this like a week ago, but then I got really sick and couldn't do the intro, and it's not like I need an intro for these, but it was a really good reason to procrastinate on this video some more, so I took it. Practice has been really slow going this past month because so far I've been fairly isolated during practice, and as it turns out, practicing in a metaphorical white room all the time is not exactly the best on the mental. So, I have created a Discord server, link in the description, and if you join you can get stream notifs and watch me yap about the grind in real time. Who knows, maybe my motivation can still be salvaged and we can finish this like within the next century. Also, I've put a link to my spreadsheet for the Platinum in the description because I am not going to explain what deadlift and overhead and all my other funny homebrew practice terms are again. If you get confused at any point, you can just check out the FAQ on there. Also, quick disclaimer, again, in a lot of these logs I'm a bit riled up, again, because this past month I've been ending a lot of my sessions by doing joke segment runs where I'll try to do as many maps as I can in a row without dying. And because I am very good at these maps, most of my deaths are usually to 1 in a million silly shenanigans that I did not see coming, and that is not exactly satisfying, so you're gonna have to bear with me a bit. Also, the first week was quite rough on the mental, which does mean I wasn't as riled up, which is good, I think. You gotta take your wins with your losses in this world. Anyway, without further ado, I will make way for the video logs. Enjoy! Daily Diary, October 14th, 2025. I just uploaded the previous episode. It took a bit longer to edit than I expected, but, you know, still, I don't care. It doesn't take infinite time, so it's fine. I didn't really do all that much today. I did a run of Mango Mesa and got the golden first try. Is this like a new tower situation where I'm gonna open the level, I'm gonna get this golden like first try? That'd be awesome. I mean, the second I tried for a back-to-back and then died because complacent brain took over, and like I died because I just like totally went off the rails in flag 19, which is like whatever, you know. I really don't care anymore. I can just get another golden. Like, I don't care about back-to-backs anyway. I already got one. And then I tried Be Berserk, but honestly, I was not feeling it at all today. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, which is fine. Everyone has off days, you know. It's probably just me getting, you know, used to the fact it's a new map I have to learn, and the fact I have to learn and completely master 12 new maps before I can, like, even be remotely ready, and then I probably have to go back and overhead, like, 15 of those maps, like, 15 of the, like, last maps I'm doing in the run before I can be, like, truly feeling like I could actually maybe do this one day. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. You know, I hate to start on a low note, but, you know, we don't live in a perfect fantasy realm now, do we? Daily Diary, October 15th, 2025. I deadlifted Be Berserk today. It was the single most boring deadlift I've ever done in my entire life. Which, I was gonna say is saying a lot, but I didn't deadlift back half of Mango Mesa. That would have been worse, but I didn't do that. This level, you know, like, this is a hot take. I do not care for Be Berserk at all. I do not like this level. It is boring 90% of the time and annoying the other 10%. And I just, like, I don't get why it's, like, such a popular map, I guess, because it looks good, although, like, welcome to Strawberry Jam. That's what the maps kind of, like, do. That's, like, their thing. I don't know. These are questions. Maybe that's just a me issue. But yeah. deadlifted B berserk. There is like one choke point, and like, because like, it's specified, you know, I can go in and show it. I have the power to do whatever I want. So I'm gonna do it. So the thing with these bubbles is that if you do the wave dash, if you do the jump a bit late, you don't get the extra boost from the bubble. But if you buffer the jump, you always get the boost in the bubble. Okay, cool, awesome. So, looks like we saw all the bubble jumps in the run, right? Wrong. Because this jump right here is a bit too far for some buffered bubble jumps. For example, if I do this early, I die. And I died there one time during the deadlift, and I swore to never do it again. And luckily, you can just go a bit later and it will work. Like a charm. I think, like, I mean, like, really the worst part, I think, like the main difficulty point of this level is that the, like, bubble wave dashes, like, they're hard to time because they have very small windows, but you can literally just buffer all of them. So you're just left with, like, a bunch of, like, really precise wall bounces because that's, I'm presuming that's the only way they were able to get this level into advanced, because it's not that crazy. Like, I thought it was gonna be way crazier. And I mean, it's like, it's not easy, but it's like, it's also like not hard at all once you're like decently practiced. And it's just cycles. It's just cycles and stupid bees. And I had like 10 heart attacks on this rise through, like, on this like ascent portion. I had so many near misses. I have no idea. I don't have like a really good, like, consistent, like, starting setup. It's probably just best if I like learn how to just dash into it straight from the start of the room, so I like don't have to worry about losing my mind doing like crazy bee dodging maneuvers. I don't know. I got like a 5 streak on this level straight away. I don't feel like going for a 6 streak. I still have the streak, so I could keep going, but like, it's so boring. It's 4.5 minutes of like climbing around in like bee burglary. What? Why would I don't understand. It's a level in the lobby and it's learned now. That's cool. I did some runs of Mango Mesa. I did like I do like a run of Mango Mesa at the start of every like session now. And the first run had a death to flag 17 because I fucking missed the jelly on the way out of the loop. And then I did death to flag 14 because I forgot why, but I know it was stupid. I mean, those are like, it's like, those aren't like consequential deaths. They don't mean anything. They're just annoying because they're the easy flags. And then I did like after I deadlifted Berserk, I did one more like golden attempt, and it died to fucking flag 7 again, to like a 1 in a million blooper where like I dashed up into a spring and I wasn't prepared for it, so I get jump scare bounced, and then I have to like do a dash quickly, and so I just do what I think will work, but then it like doesn't work the way I think it will, and I die. You know, like, I do this level to like feel good about my ability to play video games now. Like, this is like a tower situation where I can conceivably open the level and get the gold whenever I want if I practice. So this is like my confidence booster. And then when I go in and I die to flag fucking 7, the mental was annihilated. It is gone. So there is going to be no more gaming today. I don't know. It's been another off day for me, which is like, you know, whatever. It's fine. Everyone has off days. It also isn't helping that it is getting noticeably colder in the garage. It's that time of year. Because I play in my garage, and I noticed my hands were getting cold. As in, like, noticeably cold. Like, because it's, like, 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside. And, like, so I'm going to have the heater on again. It's going to be like, red ball people will know what I'm talking about. This happens every year. That's going to be very exciting. Awesome. I can't wait to play in frigid temperatures. Just like Madeline is right here. You know, this is going to be like me in a few months. I'll probably like, the goal next is like Sands of Time and Lab. Sands of Time is just relearn the level, and Lab is rememorize everything in the level because it's a memory level. How fun! I'm so excited. Yeah, I don't know. But until next time, I do suppose. Daily Diary, October 16th, 2025. Let me think. How do I open this? Probably by talking about what I did today. So I opened up with a Mango Mesa run. I got the golden first try. Yeah. It's genuinely quite surreal that I'm actually able to golden this first try, like, the majority of the time now. This is like, it's like an actually hard thing, like, on its own. Like, I wouldn't say it's a big deal on its own, but it's pretty cool on its own. I can now do it whenever I want, basically. That's cool. No deadlifts today. I was labbing Sands of Time. I didn't really succeed in, like, labbing every individual thing, but this isn't really, like, that crazy of a level. So, I'm gonna let it set overnight, and then I'm gonna try to deadlift. I also tried to lab, get it, and I could, like, I do have the brain power if I really wanted to, but I didn't feel like it, because this is, like, the biggest memory map in the whole lobby, and, like, it's just a lot. I don't really want to do that right now, so I won't. I just did miscellaneous stuff. I did, like, portals, and then I tried to do, like, a map streak, and I did portals, superstructure, trenches, and I went to Attack of the Clone, and I made it through the whole level, and then right at the end of the final room, I had my involuntary looking away from the screen time again that I always have, and it was, like, in a section I have literally never failed ever. It's where you, like, throw the gem into a conveyor belt of ice in, like, the last actual room. And, pro tip, in case this wasn't obvious, don't look away from the screen, because if you do, for even a split second, you will find, like, Madeline will find her way into a spike, or generally something will happen that'll kill you on the spot. It doesn't matter if it's never happened before. It doesn't matter if it would break every single law of physics you know in order to happen. It'll happen, I swear, because I have never missed that gem throw in my entire life until now, and, like, it wasn't even on the radar. I, like, watched back the video because I was in disbelief, and I threw it I was too far down by, like, 2 pixels. So, like, you know, like, eyes on the road, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's good that, like, many of the maps are getting, like, pretty consistent. Tower's been acting up a bit today, but I think that's just because I haven't been practicing it as much, because I got confident that it was gonna be fine. And, like, I guess it sort of is fine, but it just needs, you know, rust sets in really quickly on the tricky maps, which is why I'm doing Mango Mesa every day, and why I'm never gonna stop doing Mango Mesa every single day. Because if I look away from it for a single second, I know I'm gonna hop back in, like, 2 days later, and all my consistency is gonna be gone. It's gonna be great, but I mean, I didn't try for a 2-streak on Mesa today, so the 2-streak is still on the table for tomorrow. So that's cool. I think if, like, in order for a 5-streak or something to be cool, like, in order for a big streak to be cool, I have to, like, get it all in one sitting, but, like, you could not, I mean, you could pay me to do, like, a 5-streak in one sitting, but it'd have to be a lot of money, so that's not happening. Anyway, I should have more time on Friday, but then again, I'm also not exactly going to get much sleep tonight because I'm waking up early, and I am recording this late. Please do not be like me. Hopefully one day I'll also follow this advice myself. Anyway, Daily Diary, October 17th, 2025. So, today's been a little weird, so I didn't get much sleep last night, as I predicted, and I didn't exactly expect how much that was going to annihilate my consistency, because when you get that little sleep, focused brain doesn't really have the energy to come out, so what you get is complacent brain. And that was really bad today because I was just having the stupidest deaths of all time. Because the thing with complacent brain is when it's fully on and when it's fully taken the reins, it will automatically do the instructions that you have given it. And if at any point it is not sure of what to do, it will make a split-second decision by itself, just quickly analyzing, what looks like the best thing to do here, and it will do it automatically, and you have no way of stopping it. And usually, that thing ends up killing you. And that's what happened today. I died to flag 17 during my Heartside run today because, what even was it? Oh, it's because I failed the backup. I missed the wave dash because just screw me, I guess. And then I went for the backup, but I just need to go in. I have the time to go in and show it instead of explaining it in a way that won't work or won't make sense. I can just go in and show it. This is my video, I can do whatever I want. So it's for if you don't keep your dash. What you can do is you can just do this. But I neutraled just a bit too low and I missed the spring. And if you do that, you die. Assuming you don't have your dash, because it would be only sensible to do that if you don't have your dash. This was just a demonstration, okay? It was just a demonstration. Fuck. Well, also you can do this. This is like the level 2 backup. I know, I'm so good at video games. So I died to that. That was annoying. Anyway, after that, I did be Berserk just to make sure that, I hadn't forgotten every single thing I ever learned after one day, because it's very important to do that. And, I died. So 5 streak is ruined. I am not going to get that back anytime soon, because you cannot... I cannot be bothered to play this level 5 more times in a row, okay? You're so boring. But it was basically like... Remember this. Remember how I said earlier that you have to, do the buffer dash, late, when you're really close to, the origin point of the bubble? I did not do that. I explicitly told Complacent Brain, okay, you need to dash when you are close to the bubble. It did not listen, and I died. My god, was that annoying. And so, after that, I also did some Sands of Time. Complacent Brain was just having a field day, dying to every little obstacle, and I was losing my mind. And so eventually, I just gave up and took a nap. And I was intending for it to be an hour, and then it was 2 hours. That was great, awesome stuff. But that did actually work. It did actually work. I was feeling actually pretty good. And so I did Tower Silver, which finally, I have not been able to get this silver first try for the past few days, which I'm assuming is because I've just been tired. I haven't been getting enough sleep, and I'm a tiny bit rusty, and that plus Complacent Brain plus Tower equals not a good time. So I know I said I was gonna... Can this fucking hot shot... Sorry. So I know I said I was gonna do lab yesterday. I need to walk you through the progression of maps I wanted to do this week. So first, it was Berserk, which I did, and then Sands of Time. So those haven't changed, but I was gonna do a third map. And at first that map was Synapse. And then I played Synapse and realized, wow, this fucking sucks. So
I, like, decided to try another map out, and that map was lab, because I figured it's a memory map. And so I got around to doing that yesterday, and then I was like, you know, I don't feel like doing a memory map right now. Like, it's less annoying than Synapse, so I just, like, I wanted to, I don't know. But I still wanted to do a map that was, like, hard, and so I landed on Dusk City. Now, this map, I have been fucking terrified of, like, getting good at this map. Like, more so than Tower, even. Because this is, like, one of the most input-dense maps in the whole lobby. And while that makes it one of the most fun maps in the lobby, it also makes it, not exactly that fun to get, like, perfectly consistent at. So, I was, like, so scared, but I was like, fuck it, I gotta do something difficult. And by some cosmic miracle, it's actually way fucking easier than I thought. Like, I did, like, a meme silver run, and I got all the way to, like, the last room, and I died because Complacent Brain took over. And, like, this still is absolutely a focus map to end all focus maps. Like, I had so many deaths today because I just autopilot, like, dashed right into, like, one of the, like, zip blocks you're supposed to boost out of. I gotta find a demonstration. Like, one of those, like, the one right above me. You're supposed to, like, ride it and then, like, dash through and jump out at the last second. But a lot of the time I just autopilot, dash into it, and then you die if you do that. I mean, you don't die automatically. You could just, like, dash back through it. But if Complacent Brain is if I dash through that because I get Complacent Brained, there is absolutely no fucking way I'm gonna, like, be in the headspace to back it up in, like, a split-second span. So I'm basically dead. But honestly, like, when I'm focused, this map isn't that bad at all. Like, it's not easy, but, like, it's not crazy. It's way easier than Tower, actually. There are, like, way less choke points in this level. I guess, like, the biggest one is this dash right here. That's it. That's the biggest one in the whole level. I'm not even kidding. Like, what? That's crazy. So, I mean, I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow, but, like, this is a deadlift pretty inbound, I think, once this solidifies. At least I hope so. It's one of these things where, like, if I'm not locked in, I'm kind of fucked. But, I mean, I got good at Mango Mesa, and Mango Mesa is a harder level than this by a lot. So, you know, I'm sure I'll figure something out. And I didn't really do much else, because I was really tired. I mean, I got Thinking Portal Silver first try. That's cool. I didn't really do much else. Yeah. So, we have 11 maps to go. 11 maps to, like, study and analyze. And we're already working on 2 of them. Those being Sands of Time and Dusk City. So hopefully we'll be able to, like, get started on attempts, like, sometime before the end of the fucking year. I don't even know, man. It's a lot. This has taken longer than I thought, but also I haven't been playing as much as I thought. But, I mean, that's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing. Daily Diary, October 18th, 2025. I'm recording this a bit early, and by early, I mean 10 hours earlier than I usually do, because it's right past noon, because I'm going out today. Huzzah. Anyway, today I briefly continued my practice of Dusk City, because I woke up late, because I stayed up late last night once again. But anyway, it's going okay. It's weird. It's like, the level is not nearly as hard as I thought, yes, but I'm quickly discovering it really is not going to get much easier than it already is right now, and it's not that easy. It's like, it really is the most anti-complacency level in the entire lobby. Even worse than Hardside, because Hardside has, like, pretty easy rooms here and there. Like, here, I swear, like, I had so many deaths because I wasn't thinking of what I needed to do next. And so,
it would just be sprung on me, like, quickly, and so I'd have to do a split-second decision with complacent brain, and you know how that works. It doesn't. That's the thing, it doesn't work. So, is this guy gonna... okay. And, like, I got the silver a few times, but it was, like, explicitly when I was locking in and actively thinking about what to do next. And honestly, like, I probably should be actively thinking about what to do next. I don't know why I'm framing it as, like, this really hard thing to do. Like, it's not hard. It really isn't. It's just gonna take time to get used to, because I'm not used to being punished so hard for not, like, locking in like this. And then I did tower, and I got this over second try because I had an unbearably stupid death because of complacent brain. You know, I blame complacent brain for a lot, I know, but, like, it really cannot be understated just how stupid I become when I, like, stop locking in and I start taking everything for granted. Like, it's kind of crazy. And then I did trenches and died at the very end. I think, like, I wave dashed onto a corner, and if you do that, you die immediately because corners eat all your speed. Because, fuck you. That's why they do that. And I did janked him, got that silver first try. Huzzah. And then I did a run to Mega Mesa. And oh my god. The complacency, man. I had 4 deaths. 2 of them to flag 19, because I literally just, like... I just spaced the fuck out and just, like, died in 2 stupid ways. And then I had a death to trenches because I went too low on the core block, which granted, like... I was taking that for granted. I was like, okay, as long as I go lower than this height on the core block, I'm gonna be fine no matter what. Now I know that's not true, so that's actually, like, a good informative death right there. And then I had, like, weird deaths to flag 3, and I still don't know how that happened. I think I just, like, didn't buffer the wave dash or something? I don't know. You know, I keep, like, I'll die, and then I'll, like, say, oh, I mean... I wasn't even looking at the screen. How is that fair? And then I remember, oh right, you know, if I'm not looking at the screen, I probably deserve whatever happened to me. You know, like, this is a chronic issue. This has to be resolved, and hopefully it will be resolved in the future. Anyway, also, I think no, I'm not even at 130 hours. I was gonna, like, say, like, oh, I hit a new hour milestone. I did not. That's probably for the best, honestly. But anyway. Until next time, question mark, exclamation point, I don't know. Daily Diary, October 19th, 2025. I did not do much prac today. I did Dusk City for, like, an hour total. No, there is no way. I did it for, like, 30-40 minutes total. So, earlier today, I, like, hopped on, I started, like, doing a Dusk City run. And I got the silver, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I did tower. I got that silver first try. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then I did, what was it? Let me look at the sheet. I have it on the sheet now. I got it on the sheet, if you can't. That should already be, like, ringing, like, good sign bells in your head, but probably not. But anyway. Okay, so after that, after tower silver, I did be berserk silver because, you know, I wanted to test it under nerves, and it worked. And I got the silver first try again. Oh my god, unbelievable. And then I did toggle theory because I hadn't really tested toggle theory with nerves before. I mean, like, I didn't even... Did I even deadlift? No, I did deadlift it. I just didn't really have nerves because, like, I was so exhausted and just, like, bored, so I didn't really have nerves. But I did toggle theory, got that silver first try. Awesome. So then I did Starry Ruins, and got that silver first try. So now I'm on a 5-map run. I'm thinking, hip hip hooray for me. Look what I've done, a 5-map run. That rhymed. Anyway, after that I did Jankdom, because I was thinking about doing trenches, like, to test out the Jelly Evader, like, consistency under nerves, but also I kind of didn't feel like dying with, like, a new PB run with nerves, so I just did Jankdom, because that has a neutral drop in it. And I got Jankdom silver first try. Huzzah indeed. So then I did Golden Dawn, and I had to do an easy save in Golden Dawn. It's like in room 2 where, like, if you miss the puffer fish, you can just go down
to like the bottom of the room with the jelly and just restart it. And I did that, and I got golden dawn over first try. Now, at this point, I'm kind of panicking, because, like, I'm on a 7-map run, but I had, like, an event I was hosting in, like, 20 minutes, and so I was like, okay, which map, like, will probably kill me? And the answer was superstructure, and so I did superstructure. And I got all the way to room 9 to the infamous wall bounce right here, and I died. And I was like pissed off because I was like bro, really? That's like the last thing in the level that could have killed me. You killed me there. I could have had an 8-map run, but some things are just not meant to be in this world. But it was actually a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise, because I finally figured out a solution to the wall bounce, which is, and with this stroke of genius, I got superstructure silver, like, right after the event ended. And now, like, that was the worst part of the whole map. So it's looking pretty good now. You know, it's not, like, great because it's superstructure, and it's just, you know, like, not, like, the easiest map ever, but, like, it's doable. And then after that, well, after the event ended, I tried Mango Mesa and died to the second wall bounce in Flag 23. That was embarrassing. That's never happened before. And then I had, like, a bunch of other stupid deaths, and I was like, you know, I'm just too tired for this, so I just went to doing Dusk City. And then I didn't get the silver again. I don't know. It has not been the best day for me, personally. You know, it happens, and like, you know, I mean, look, like, you know, sometimes I'll just, like, get fucking mad, and, like, I'll just, like, my brain will, like, randomly say to me, you know what, fuck you, man, you suck, and I'll be like, oh, no, you did not just say that, and so my brain and myself get into, like, a cartoon fight ball argument. And I know that sounds really bad, but it's actually a great opportunity for science, because ain't no way focused brain is going to be at the helm when that's going on. So I've been getting some complacent brain practice in on Dusk City, which is probably very important, because this is going to be one of the first maps I do. And so complacent brain is probably going to be running the show a lot more. So, you know, always good to look at the silver lining with things. Hopefully the 7-map run wasn't a fluke, although I am already starting to think it was a fluke, because I was off. I was just locked in. That was the only difference. So, that's cool. I'm probably gonna have to, like, fucking spend, like, probably have to, like, put 3 weeks of logs into, like, the next video, because it's gonna be, like, I spent the fucking first week just walling around, like, you know, it's like, it's fine, you know, like, we all have off weeks, but, you know, yeah. I just picked this up for, like, the bit. I didn't actually intend to, like, beat the level, but that's all I did today. So hopefully, I'm gonna be very busy tomorrow and probably a lot next week. So I don't know if I'll be able to, like, deadlift this quickly. I mean, it's just focusing for 10 minutes, but also it's focusing for 10 minutes, and that's really fucking hard. And also, like, I keep dying to a lot of bullshit deaths. Like, I had a bunch of deaths that were really weird, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I, like, looked at it again and realized it was because, like, I got killed by, like, one of the zip blocks with the spikes on top of it, like, moving into position. Like, and I was freaking out. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But I figured it out, so we're good. Good in the hood. Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be great, actually. It's gonna be amazing. Until next time, everyone. Daily Diary, October 23rd, 2025. So, I know it's been a few days. Actually, how long has it been since my last one? Hold on, I got this has to be studied. I last did it on the 19th? Wait, no, actually? Damn, I thought I was gone for like 2 to 3 days. I already lost track of time, man. But anyway, yeah. And the reason is I have been getting completely and utterly annihilated by college. Because, okay, so, on Tuesday, I get back from uni, and I have a game theory assignment. I have an assignment to do. And I'm like, okay, this will take like 2 hours. And so I start at like 3. Right, I start at 3 p.m. Fast forward to fucking midnight, and it is still not done. And at this point I'm waking up at 6 hours. And I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. I go to bed, even though it was due tomorrow, even though it was due the next day, and I got an extension on it. Proceeded to spend another 5 fucking hours on it, because I am just losing my. At this point, I am just losing my mind. At this point, all right. Like, because I have not been getting any sleep. I've been getting like 5 hours of sleep on average every single night, and it's not, that is not good, okay? Like, you can manage getting 6 hours of sleep a night, like, once in a while, but if you do it every single night, it is just, it's not pretty. So, I mean, so there's that. And so I finally got a free hour to go through all the maps. I was originally gonna, like, try to deadlift Dusk City just because I wanted to, like, just get the ball rolling on that. And then, like, I died in a bunch of really dumb ways because, as it turns out, trying to do Dusk City, a new map, when I'm running on, like, no sleep is not exactly the best idea ever created by mankind. So, I decided, what can I do in this mental state? Diagnose and, go through all the other maps. Diagnose any errors there may be with autopilot complacent brain. For free. I get it for free. And there's no need to worry about focus brain coming in and messing things up because I'm so exhausted. So guess what? The game can suck it. You know what? Yeah. Like, I still win. I still win even after all that. So, it actually went better than I thought. There were, like, a few maps that just sucked. Notably Laser Lab, which was probably the worst. The lighting here, debug mode lighting is so funny sometimes. This was somehow the worst one, and I just which is really funny because this is probably the easiest silver on its own in like a vacuum in the whole lobby, besides like Lost Woods, I guess. But we don't. Lost Woods is not a map in my opinion. So of the actual maps, the easiest silver. Just because you don't really take these maps too seriously when you practice them a lot of the time, and so you don't really build that reinforced mental network of things to do for complacent brain. And so without the mental checklist, you're just gonna get owned all the time. And so that was a lot. I also had so many deaths to random 1 second long lag spikes out of fucking nowhere. I had a death in trenches. I had a death in Golden Dawn. I had a death probably somewhere else in here. I don't know where I died. But I mean, yeah. Portals I got first try. Slime Time I got first try. But that was there were a few scary moments in there I'm gonna have to fix. Superstructure first try. Forest Rush first try. It was good. It was actually pretty damn decent. And I feel like normally, because normally, back when I would do speedruns, doing practice when you're tired is almost always a bad idea, because you're always going to be in a focused mindset, because the runs are so short and they're so hard that you have to be focused and not, die to a frame perfect that you missed. But with this, it gets a lot more interesting, because there's going to be a lot more, autopilot stuff going on, so I can actually, experiment with that more, which is really cool. And just noticing, areas that are a bit more flimsy mentally, things that weren't, I wasn't, completely 100% confident in. I did pick up on a lot of those. There was a lot of stuff in Slime Time, a few things in Superstructure, and that's good, because normally that stuff isn't really as illuminated when you're just locked in and everything is so good because you're so cool and good at video games. So it's nice to get that, little miniature handicap, I suppose. Okay, can I, get rid of this? This is actually pissing me off now. I didn't do Heartside today because practicing it when I'm, really tired doesn't make much sense, because I'm going to be doing it when I'm locked in the full run anyway, and I'm never going to be doing it on autopilot, at least not in, a tired autopilot. It's going to be, focused, locked in autopilot, And there is a difference between the two. Because focused autopilot, you know, I'm ready to like make a like split-second adjustment if the time comes. Tired autopilot, like I was doing tonight, that's complacent brain. It's just going through a fucking checklist, and if something doesn't work, you are dead, okay? You're just dead on the spot. Also, notable highlight. For some fucking reason, tower was one of the swords I got first try. I did like half of them, maybe. I don't even think I you know what? No, I did do half the silvers on the maps I've like gotten experience with. I did half of those first try, and tower was one of them. And I failed Attack of the Clone and Starry Ruins before doing tower. Which I guess really just goes to show the power of like great practice. This is probably like my best practice map. Like, it's not the most consistent, but from like a quality of practice standpoint, this is just chef's kiss, beautiful, amazing. I mean Mango Mesa, like, you know, that's really close, but you know, like, both of these are great. These are great. These are very well practiced maps. Very cool. So I'm gonna be gone all day tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be gone all day on Saturday, and then I'm gonna be working all day on Sunday, because there's truly no more rest for the weary anymore, you know? We had it so easy for so long in college with this semester, and I got complacent. I was like, oh, it's gonna remain this way forever. We do not live in these times anymore. It's bad. Okay, it's real bad. So I don't know how the learning will go for the advanced plat, but I'll fucking figure it out. I got forever, man. There's nothing bogging me down anymore. So yeah, until next time. Okay, Daily Diary, October 24th, 2025. I gotta, this is not actually the Daily Diary, I just started session, but like, I gotta like fucking show you guys this shit, okay? Like, I do this and I die. I die because I'm too high on the thing, alright? Right, because this room just sucks. This room is just impossible now. And then I do this, and I go over here, and like sometimes I'll like land on, I'll like spring into the jelly, and I'll grab it, and I'll die, and I'll be flung into the thing before I can react, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, okay, all right. So I gotta go early, and then I gotta do this, then I gotta do that, and I do the dash off of this, and then like it works 90% of the time, like 10% of the time. 10% of the time I land on the corner. I land on the corner of the jellyfish, like the right corner of the jellyfish. Like, fuck, how do I show it? How do I show it? How do I show it? Let's see if I can get it on video. Like, I land on, like, the right corner of the jellyfish. And if you land on the right corner, you land on a corner of something, so all your speed is gone, and you fucking die. Immediately. There's no recourse, there's nothing you can do about it, and, like, I don't know how to figure... I'm just looking into this now, but, like, I gotta get this off my chest, man. This is ridiculous. Are you seeing this? Like, what the fuck? Daily Diary, October 24th. 2025. Okay, so I've calmed down a bit, not too much though. So good news, if the counters anything go by, I have deadlifted Dusk City. It was the most scuffed fucking deadlift ever. I did not get better than a 2 streak on the map, which like that's crazy. Like it's not even, I haven't even gotten a 3 streak on Dusk City yet, because it's just, it is so easy to make a dumb mistake. Like, it's easier than, like, the hard side is, like, better in that respect. Like, you can make, there are less, like, okay, it's not that there's less stupid mistakes to make in the hard side, but the, like, density of, like, areas to make stupid mistakes is less in the hard side than it is in this one stupid level, okay? And, like, yeah, it's, like, a fun level to play, but, like, to get good at and do every time? No. Oh, my God. So, that was fun. Then... I just mindlessly went around the maps because I was in a VC, and I was just chilling. I was just doing maps, and, I got on a 5-map run. 5-map run. It was, I have it on the sheet now. It was Jankdom, into Ruins, into Dusk City, and into Tectonic Drenches, into Toggle Theory. And then I got the Golden Dawn, and, like, died to some bullshit in the second room. It's fine. We figured it out. Screwed Golden Dawn. And I just kept going through the maps mindlessly. You know, I touched, like, every single map I've done so far. We're up to 15 maps deadlifted, by the way. Which, that's actually, like, not that, like, we were at, like, 11 like a month and a half ago. So that's not like great, but then again, I also did do Mango Mesa in that time, so whatever, I don't care. And also Santa time is gonna be, I could deadlift that whenever the hell I want, really. But anyway, yeah. So I did some more mindless runs, and I got on like another map streak, which was like portals into Be Berserk, into Forest Rush, into Golden Dawn, successful this time, and then I did Jankdom. And you're never gonna fucking believe it. I died to the last room, but not because I failed it. No, it's because I did a misinput on a dash because of a very brief lag spike, and like, you know, I know it's coming. You know, like the game will just slow down by like 0.5%, and like I'll notice, and you know, I just lose all fucking hope because all the apps are closed, and I know it's because I have like barely any data left on my like drive on my computer or whatever it's called, and I know I have to empty it out, and so I gotta do that. It's whatever, you know, I'm like, I got 6 hours of sleep again for like the 4th night in a row. If anything, I did really good. I like, a lot of stuff was figured out, a lot of weak points were uncovered, so very good session. I'm glad I actually had discipline locked in on just doing the deadlift and seeing what happened, and it actually worked. I mean, it wasn't pretty, but it worked, so that's cool. Daily Diary, October 26th, 2025. I'm on BC, right? No. Okay, so, good news. Sands of Time has been deadlifted. Yes, my prediction was right. I hopped on, insta deadlift with like, I got a 6 streak, and then I immediately died to the last room because I wasn't paying attention, which is not the best, but I wasn't a VC the whole time, so I mean, it's understandable, whatever, I don't care. Then I tried to do some map runs. They all died to stupid shit, as they do, you know. Starry Ruins Room 7 in particular has just become this scourge on my runs and on like my consistency, and I actually forgot to type it in this sheet. Ruins Room 7, really bad. There we go, it's in the notes now. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Room 7. This room just sucks. I'll die by like looking away from the screen and like getting overconfident and dying because I don't go too far left, and then I'll die because I do this and I die, and it's like, what the fuck? And then I'll go over here and I'll actually like play it safe, and then like, look at how fucking close I cut that. Like, are you kidding me? This room sucks. It's awful. But anyway, after that, wasn't too much of note, I guess. What else was in the notes for today? I had to death the room 3 of slime time because I forgot the like rhythm for it, which is probably not the best, so I'm gonna have to look into that because I don't want to be forgetting the rhythm for the hardest room in the level. And then just another death of Dusk City because just background radiation, I suppose. So anyway, with all the we're at 16 maps deadlifted now. We're at 16 maps. I'll pull up the thing right here. We are at 16 deadlifts, and that sounds really good, but we have left the worst for last. Also, I'm not deadlifting this fucking level unless I get really lucky. I did do a Mango Mesa run, and I died to fucking flag 5 because I just subconsciously refused to use the strategy, which literally always works, and I was just like, you know what, I don't trust it, I'm gonna do this instead, and I threw myself into a spike. You know, it's fine. Yeah, it's cool. Is this up to date? No. City's also done. This route is bogus, by the way. I have no fucking idea what I'm gonna do first still. But, yeah. Undergrowth is gonna be insanely boring, but it's gonna be easy. Lost Wood is gonna be insanely boring, but it's gonna be really easy. Java's Crypt is going to be insanely boring, but it's gonna be, like, pretty easy, probably. Raindrop is gonna be insanely boring, and I'm not looking forward to that one the most. Fuck, man. I mean, look at this. You see that? It's not gonna be fun. Starlight Station is gonna be awesome. This is the one level I'm looking forward to. Synapse is the rhythm level. Yeah. The lab is the memory level. So I'll probably do that, on a day where I'm really lucid. I mean, I was really lucid today, but I was also doing Sands of Time deadlift, and I was also really busy all day. So on a day where I'm lucid and free, if I can somehow find one of those in the next, like, month and a half, BVD, it'll be fine. And then Call the Void, which sucks, and I do not like it one bit, but I will do it anyway. Also, how many knots do I have on here? There's 2 knots right now. The ending of Room 9, and then whatever the hell Room 7 has become over the years. I should probably update these, because they're probably wrong. Because I've fixed some, and I've found others, but I don't know. And I mean, once I've deadlifted everything, I'm not gonna be ready. It's more so just like, I am capable of getting every silver first try. Pretty capable, I should say. I am pretty capable of getting every single silver first try. Nah, that doesn't translate to getting every silver in a row, but, you know, it's whatever. I could conceivably start attempts after deadlifting everything if I really wanted to, which I don't. So we'll figure out what to do then. I actually don't know what I'm gonna deadlift next. I didn't, like, plan it out. It's just a pick. It's really a pick your poison. I want to save Starlight Station for last as like a little bit of a reward, because that's something I'm actually looking forward to. The rest I cannot say that for. So I don't know. They all have their problems for me personally. Like, they're not bad, but they just, I don't like them. So there. I'm starting to track best 1-death runs, which is probably just a coping mechanism, if I'm being honest. This is probably just me coping. It's not even as good as my best run in 0 deaths, but who knows? You know, it'll probably lead to something pretty cool happening in the future, and that's what I care about. But there's a lot of loose ends that need to be tied up before we are even ready to go out into the wild and do runs. I have 133. I have barely moved fucking inch in the past, like, few weeks. Because I have been so busy. I'm just getting annihilated by college. It is despicable, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't even know, I'm not gonna have much time at all next week. But I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but I'll make it work. I'll deadlift something. I'll deadlift like 1 map next week, okay? At least 1 map. And it'll probably be a difficult one. It'll probably be like something like... they all suck. Like Synapse or BVD there. BVD or Synapse. I'm just gonna do them. I'm not gonna think about it, and it's just gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. It's not gonna be that bad, okay? Like, if we can do this, we can do whatever map is coming up next, okay? So, yeah. Daily Diary, October 28th, 2025. So I just hopped on like an hour ago, like real quick. You know, that's what I told myself, because I have an exam tomorrow, and it's a very important exam, and I cannot fuck this one up. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do like a few like joke runs, like they're joke runs, because like I'm just gonna like do a map, and if I don't die, I'm gonna do another map, and if I don't die, I'm just gonna keep doing maps until I die. And that's how it's gonna go. And I wanted to get an actually good run today. And every single one died to some stupid-ass blooper that just, cause, like, I either, like, forgot to press a button, or I, like, stopped, like, 2 pixels away from a wall, and I fell down, and I died, or I just, like, or I just do something I didn't know was even, like, possible to do, like, the whole time. Or it's really just me taking the most basic stuff for granted and realizing you can't even do that. You can't even do that anymore. So, you know, okay, I gotta calm down. And so, like, after a while, after like 9:30, I was like, okay, this is enough. I have to stop. And so I started up. Just like a run, where I just, like, the point of the run was to end the run as quickly as possible, like doing all the hard maps. So I did, like, Starry Ruins, and then I did Tower, didn't die. Dusk City, didn't die. Toggle, didn't die. Forest Rush, because it was short, didn't die. And I'm like, okay, what map is the most likely to kill me? Superstructure. And that's where it died. Not even for any, like, valiant reason. I just forgot to grab onto a wall and I died. Like, it's just like, you know, I really gotta accept that, like, none of these are gonna end on a high note. They're always going to end with me making a completely comically stupid blunder that, like, I would never make 99.99% of the time, and I'm gonna die, and that's how the run's gonna end. Like, you know, I think I'm starting to get the idea behind platinum deaths. I really do. I like, is this really what they all are? Is just, like, bloopers? Was the main villain of the whole lobby the bloopers the whole time? The bloopers that, like, come once in a blue moon on their own, but, like, over the course of an 80-minute run, they're, like, gonna happen eventually? Like, is this is clearly the issue. And it sucks, because in order to blooper-proof a level, you gotta clean it down to, like, the microscopic level. Coat the whole room in hand sanitizer. And then there's still, like, a blooper or two left. That is gonna kill you, like, 100 hours down the line when you're on a really good pace. It's great. Anyway, I made, like, one little change to a strat I'm doing. Just one. Because, well, if I can show it off, you know. If there's one thing I've learned is that if I try talking while doing video games, the chances of bloopers increase exponentially, as you can clearly see. This is comical. I would never do this if I was actually locked in. Or would I? Who knows? So, I used to do this, but it was, like, weird picking up the box, and I was getting really nervous, and I lost the silver to it again, because I got scared, and I was like, okay, you know what? We just can't have scary things in our video games anymore, because if we do, then Complacent Brain is going to get really scared and run for the hills. And that's, like, fine normally, but when Complacent Brain is running the helm, then no one's at the wheel, and I fucking die. So, new plan. Watch this. And with this new stroke of genius, we are fine. We have solved superstructure once again. Until that stops working in, like, a week, and then I gotta find something else. I don't know. It really just is a never-ending, you know. I'm starting to realize the true nature of this challenge, and it's just not pretty. It is not pretty at all. I don't like it. This sucks. It sucks, because when I lock in, if I am locked in, like, fully, the whole time, I could probably do every single map I have, like, studied in depth. I could probably do all 16 or 17 of them in a row, right now. But we do not live in this fantasy land. We don't live in this magical world where I can, like, actually focus on the video game that I'm playing all the time. We can't do that. So, and because we can't do that, I can't do more than, like, 5 maps in a row without making a blooper so ridiculous it, like, makes me question my sanity. But it's, like, it's fine, you know? It's just, it's a new challenge. It's a new epic challenge and a new puzzle for me to solve, which is, how am I going to get Complacent Brain through 80 minutes of advanced gameplay? And this is a question I do not know the answer to yet, but when I figure it out, mark my words, it's gonna be pretty cool in my opinion. But anyway, that's enough, justifying why I'm playing Celeste instead of studying for an exam so I can sleep at night for 6 hours again. You know what? We're just gonna stop. I'm gonna do work now. Daily Diary. October 29th, 2025. It is technically the 30th. I don't care. It's 12:13 a.m. Anyway, Amazing news. If the counter's anything to show, I have overheaded superstructure, and let me just say, holy guacamole, the beast has been slain. This map has been a thorn in my side, like, for the past, like, couple weeks I've been doing, like, meme runs, I guess. And it's because it's fucking blooper central. There's so many bloopers in here. I solved all of them. Every single fucking one. They're all done. They're all gone. Okay, first, I would go in chronological order, but I forgot. And also, it's really late. And I've been running myself ragged. I'm gonna fucking implode tomorrow, but that's besides the point, because I overheaded superstructure, okay? So first, I have this, which just makes the fall down way more lenient, because I don't have to worry about, like, the box pushing me back a tiny bit. But then you're like, oh, incredible, how you gonna like, get to the end of the room? Genius question. I mean, good question. Watch. Boom. That's it. Done. So that part is now trivialized. Yes, this matters. This unironically matters. So then I had a death here, because I did this. And I lost like a 4 streak, and I wasn't paying attention. I took it for granted, so I have a lineup here now. Awesome, amazing, riveting stuff, absolutely riveting stuff. Then, okay, this is actually exactly the same. I don't know why I'm showing this again. But then, room 7. This room is very despicable. So normally I would do this. I'd like release, climb, and then do a neutral jump. But there's a problem. What if I like don't release, climb on accident, and I do the jump too early? Then this happens, which is very bad. But the solution, just go down and then easy. And it actually works really well, because like if I do this, I'm still at risk of dying because I pressed the jump button too late. But now with this, look at this. Are you ready? Okay, first if I do this, I'm fine. So that eliminates that risk. And then no more risk of death to that either. But it gets even better. It gets even better, if you can fucking believe that right now. Because I solved this. This has been a problem, because normally I do this. But like the way the momentum like the box gives you as you throw it, like makes it awkward and weird, and I had a few deaths to it before just from bloopers. You have to remember, this is not like an actual threat. This is a thing that will kill me like 1 in 50 times, like tops. But like it adds up, and it will get a kill eventually, which is unacceptable. Absolutely no way in hell is that happening. Solution. The solution, you're never gonna fucking believe it. Oh no. So it seems all hope is lost, except genuinely, I'm at a loss for words as to how I missed that. Now this does create a little like micro blooper, because what I found is you can like bump into the gate and you will fall down and die. And the reason I'm telling you this is because after finding my stride with the map, I got on a 7 streak, and I went into like the 8th run of the streak. It was the last run I needed for the overhead, and I fucking died to that blooper. I'll put it up on screen now. Genuinely just pure bad luck, you know. I don't know what it is about like tense last runs. I'm either the luckiest person alive or the unluckiest person alive. But anyway, the solution is pitifully simple, and now I'm doing it every single time because I know that this can in fact kill me. Just wait, and then you're good. And then I also like for this, like I did some experimenting and found that you can't really die like you can't like shoot yourself into this electricity here. At least I don't think. I tested it out a bunch and like it never killed me, so I'm assuming like it either can't kill me or I'll find out in a run. In which case I'll just be really mad. But like, yeah, I mean look at that. Like it's scary, but it's not gonna like fucking kill me, let's be for real. And then one more minor tweak. Well, actually a few minor tweaks in this room. Which is just throw it, just focus on the aiming, because before I was focusing on like throwing it and setting up for a wall bounce, but like going to the wall with a momentum shift, it was really weird. So I just focus on throwing it, and then I just use the up dash to stabilize myself, and then I can just do this and then do the strat from yesterday. And then here, instead of like throwing it from here, because then I have to deal with like momentum transfer from the box from falling down onto this wall, now I just throw it right at the alarm sign. This is a very bad demonstration, and I just killed myself for the bit, but you get the idea. And that's it. Like, there's like so many little micro optimizations that turned that like converted this level from like blooper central into like confident 1 level. It's a confident 1 level now. I never thought I'd ever say that. This was like the most unsure 3 level in existence, besides like maybe Dusk City or something, like before like tonight. And like I was debating on doing it because I was like, well, maybe I should like focus on another map instead. Maybe I should just focus on like priming in like another map for like learning whenever I get the time. But this thing is solved. It's amazing. I mean, once it solidifies, it's gonna be great. Anyway, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I did like a 4-map run. It had some hard maps in it. It was like Dusk City and like Starry Ruins and Tectonic Trenches and something else. I don't know. But and Superstructure in it. There was Superstructure in there too. And then I died to an unbelievably dumb blooper in Toggle 3. I'm gonna fucking go in and show you because just to prove a point. It was in this room because I did this. I am dead fucking serious. That's the first time I've ever died to this room, by the way. Which is, like, wacky. And I guess it just goes to show that, you know, it really, like... It really is the 1 in 1,000 bloopers that are, like, gonna be killing all my runs. Because, like, yeah, they're almost never gonna kill you, but, like, when there's thousands of them, or, like, at least hundreds of them, when there's that many, one of them's gonna get you eventually. You know, in addition to all the other stuff you gotta worry about, like the choke points and, like, lapses in focus where you just kill yourself on a spike. You know, so many little things like that. And then the bloopers. That can get you even when you're focused, because you take the most minor stuff for granted and you get killed for it. There's so much to do. So much. But, I mean, like... I'm honestly thinking about overheading... damn near every silver at this point, besides like maybe the very first ones. Because I mean, like, the difference in mastery I'm finding is like it's substantial. Like deadlift is good enough, yes, but overhead is like actually solidly good. And I think that is way more important for a platinum. I'm also like thinking about experimenting with like putting like more difficult maps, like splitting them like throughout the route to like I'm forced to focus, because I figure if I can like the main problem is like yeah, if I'm focused then I could just in theory do the run first try, but I can't do that. Or can I? That's gonna be the question of the hour. And I do not know the solution, but when I figure it out, if there is one, there's gonna be a solution. I'll make one if there isn't. I mean, there is a solution. I'm not like a trailblazer or anything, but you know. I'm a determined man is what I am. And I'm gonna win. Daily Diary, October 30th, 2025. Just did a brief practice session today. I checked on superstructure. I was so confident. And then I immediately died to a blooper I have literally never seen before in my entire life. It's like a skill-based thing, like... There's no, like, cut and dry, easy peasy solution, which is just fantastic. You know, it's something I'll figure out later. So anyway, I did like a map run again. I got a 7 map run, and that sounds really cool. I know. Wow, 7 maps. It's not. It was like structure in the toggle into Starry Ruins into what? The Jellyfish Sanctum into Slime Time into Sands of Time. Wait, no. Slime Time into thing with portals into Sands of Time. And then I died to a blooper in Forest Rush. That has literally never happened before. And it's fine. I'm really, like, I'm chalking this up to me being dead tired. I was right. Today has not been the greatest day of all time, but that's okay. They all cannot be the greatest days of all time, you know. It's just gonna be an uphill battle. It's gonna be an uphill battle from this point forward, and I know it. I know it's gonna be an uphill battle, like, with the stuff I got going on, it's gonna be crazy. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I mean, I'm able to do it. Just if I have the mental willpower to like egg myself on day by day, which, I mean, I'm slowing down, but I haven't stopped yet, so that's good. I'm still doing good with Dusk City. I forgot to turn golden tracking back on. I just remembered. I forgot to turn like silver tracking back on, so my like quote unquote streak is gonna like be one less than it shows. But I think, let's see, do I have a streak? No, I gotta fucking calculate it. It's like 1, 2. No, I didn't. I don't have an epic streak like I thought I did. But Dusk City is coming along. I rarely mess it up. I haven't messed it up in the past couple days. I've been doing map runs, which is very nice. Good to see this map is way easier than I thought it was. But really, the next move is just to start practicing one of the other maps. And it can't be Starlight Station, even though I so desperately want it to be, because this is the only fun map that I'm looking forward to, and everything else is boring, but it's whatever. I will not be doing any practice tomorrow. I am a very busy man. I have plans for the Halloween, as some would say. So, nothing gonna be happening tomorrow, but who knows? Who knows indeed. Anyway. Daily Diary, November 1st, 2025. Okay, I wasn't gonna, like, do one of these, but then I did, like, a quick mini session, and, like, I kinda have to do a daily diary if I do that. So, I did, like, 2 things. I checked on Superstructure. I didn't die this time. Excellent news. Then I continued it into, like, a map run. So I did next, like, what did I even do next? Oh, okay, no. Laser Lab into Dusk City, into Thing with Portals, into Starry Ruins, into Attack of the Clones. So I had a 6 map run, and I was like, cool, amazing. And then I did Right Side Down Cavern, because that was, you know, like, the 31 streak map, that one. I died because I, like, dashed into a crystal, because I got scared. And when I get scared, I just, like, when I get scared, my immediate reaction is to escape the scary situation as quickly as possible. And so my restrictions on, like, how do I put this, like, the range of, like, the window in which I will do inputs, like, greatly increases, because, like, I just start assuming that I'll probably be fine, because, you know, it's Right Side Down Cavern, and when was the last time I ever died in Right Side Down Cavern? So, like, I assume that I'll, like, be safe if I dash 10 frames early, which is false, and so I die. Very embarrassing. It's like, Cavern's definitely a lot more error prone than like 90% of the other maps, and I'm just now realizing that. I don't know. Anyway, after that, I did like 1 run of Synapse. The next map I'm gonna be doing, very begrudgingly, by the way. This is like even more error prone. This is probably like, this is at very least top 3 most error-prone maps in the whole lobby. And it's also the rhythm map, which is great, awesome. I can't wait to learn all the cycles and every little individual, like, intricacy. It's actually, like, not as bad as I'm making it out to be. It's actually, like, pretty fun. Like, the hard side room for Synapse is pretty fun to learn and do and like adjust to. I like doing that, but a whole level around it, I don't know. But yeah, this is a huge fixer-upper. There's gonna be so much work that must be done on this level. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I do know where to begin, which is just go one room at a time and slowly eliminate all the bloopers. But like, this is gonna be like a first 5 map that I have to do in the run because there is so much here. It is ridiculous. But yeah. Oh. What happens if I go up? Nothing. Okay. Experiment concluded. Anyway. Daily Diary. November 3rd, 2025. I did like a mini session yesterday, but I forgot to record anything for it because I was really tired. And I did something right after. But it was on Synapse. And I was gonna like play more today, but then the game decided to start like holding down inputs even after I let go of the keys, and you know, I gave it like 5 chances to cooperate, which I think is really reasonable considering how annoyed you'd probably imagine I would be if it happened even once. So but I gave it 5 chances because I'm trying to be more calm and cool and collected and all that. And you know, we'll come back tomorrow. I'm clearly not in the mental right now, but I've been practicing Synapse, and I practiced Room 2, and like I've started to do this like diagonal dash like right here. I used to do an up dash, but I found out if you just like do like an up left dash, you like are lined up pretty well with this block, and you can just do an up dash and you win. Also some funny shenanigans with this block here. So, if you land on it, while it's still, like, on top of the rhythm block while it's active, it will take a while to fall down. But if you land on it when the rhythm block is not active, it will immediately fall down and you will instantaneously die. And it took me, like, 10 minutes to figure this out, because I was really slow yesterday. But now this room is doing a lot better. Room 3 is Cycle Shenanigans. There's probably like 15 bloopers in this room I have not found yet. I need to do a deadlift of this map as soon as possible. And by deadlift, I mean attempted deadlift. Because I think if I deadlifted Synapse first try, I'd be really good at video games. And like, I'm pretty good at video games. Really? I don't know. So, it's just precision. Everyone's favorite. It's like Tower, but a rhythm level. And like, that's fine. You know, like, I hype up it's a rhythm level, it sucks, but it's just hard. That's it. It's annoying to learn because it's hard, and I don't like particularly enjoy bashing my head against hard things. You know, at least like while I suck at it. And I don't like sucking at things, and I suck at hard things for longer, so therefore I enjoy them less on average. But then like the satisfaction of being good at them is like greater. You know, it's whatever. This room is dumb. I do not like this room one bit. The block would have taken like 50 seconds to come back. I need a cue for this jump. This is fine. This jump off the moving block can be really weird. This jump can also be a bit weird. Like, they're just unsettling, and I can just sense the bloopers from a mile away. That's gonna need some more investigating. This room is just learning the cycles and learning how to not suck at them. That jump is also really annoying, because why not? That has literally never happened to me before in my entire life. You don't catch new bloopers on the Daily Diary every day. But guess I'll look into that one. This room is more Cycle Shenanigans. This room is more Cycle Shenanigans. This room is evil, okay? This room is despicable. I gotta time this wave dash without losing the dash, which happens more often than it should. Which granted is like 0 times, and it's happening more than 0 times, but you know, it's whatever. Then you gotta do this. Then you gotta do this awkward maneuver where you gotta wait for the spring to come back and then do this dash here and then go down here, and I'm losing. I'm like my brain is just imploding as we speak. And then we get to this final room, and everything is fine in here. It's just more cycle shenanigans, so I'm not gonna show it, except for this stupid part right now. Okay, look at this. So I do a diagonal up dash to like get in the wall, right? But if I bounce off the lower spring, then what will happen a lot of the time is I'll dash into the upper spring that like you see right there, and then I'll get bounced off, and it's like a jump scare bounce because I'm not prepared for it, so I just get flung into a spike and I die. So this is actually a very lucky scenario. But now I gotta quickly get on top of this block, and then I gotta go over here and now I gotta wait for the block to come back. So I gotta do some timing shenanigans. Like, look at this. Are you seeing this? Like, this is what I have to do to win video games. And then the keyboard is acting up. I don't know if it's the game or my keyboard. I think it's the game. I don't know though. I could probably fix it by closing and restarting, but I'm committed. I'm committed to the bit. But anyway, the rest of this room is fine. I can learn it. But yeah, it's not gonna be as bad as Tower. Because nothing's gonna be as bad as Tower. Thank fuck. But yeah. Also, I did some labbing on... Ow! My eyes, man. Why? Okay. I did some labbing of AVD. This level... This is like choke points of the level. Or at the very least, like... You know what? Yeah. Choke points the level. Like, genuinely. There's... The concentration of choke points here is unmatched. Like, Dusk City is hard, but not, like, Dusk City is, like, I'd say it's more difficult, but it's, like, the ambient difficulty is higher. There's, like, basically no choke points. Here it is choke point central. Okay. Because these hearts are just janky, and I can tell there's gonna be a blooper for every single one in the whole level, and it's built on hearts. This is hearts the level, so... It's just really, really bad. I'll figure it out. It's not like awful. Like, it's just really weird, and it's like Synapse in that way, I guess. Like, there's gonna be so much stuff I don't even know about right now that's gonna terrorize me in the future on this level. I can already tell. Like, there's nuances with, like, how this wall bounce works, like, because you gotta do it, because it's, like, really precise if you want to actually land on the heart, and then you bounce off, and then you gotta, like, buffer an up dash on this heart, and, I mean, you probably lost me. I probably lost you, like, 2 rooms ago. Like, that's how you know it's one of these levels. This room's actually really easy. This is one of, like, the rooms are either really easy or really dumb. Which I guess is a common theme for a lot of the advanced levels now that I think about it, but... This just takes it to the extreme, like, okay. I gotta do this, and then bounce off the heart, and then go over here. And you gotta go up the stairs. I'm doing a house tour of the whole level now, because I need you to appreciate what I'm going through over here. And then I figured out you could buffer a wave dash. I fucked it up. But you can do that. But then you gotta do a reverse into an up into this bouncy heart thing. Now this is in the heart side flag for this level. But the difference is that this platform is nigh impossible to get a wave dash off of, which is what I usually do in the heart side. That's like the thing I do. Like, normally I'll stop on that platform and then I'll do a wave dash. Like... But it's too thin. The spikes are too close. It is not safe, so I have to do this. Ugh. Like, I mean, it's just... Ugh. No. And you know, like, this is very just... uncomfortable. I'm starting to see why Ghost does this one first, like, 70% of the time. I don't even know what the berries look like. You think I'm gonna try for the berries on this level? What do we... like, come on. The silver's probably easier still. That room's easy. And then you have this room. This room was like one of the worst ones to route when I did the silver for the first time a few months ago. Because this jump is stupid precise, and I have no idea why it's stupid precise. You get, like, the Q is like when you're like lined up with like the top of the last crystal, like when you line it with like the very tip of the pointy crystal that I just passed by or jumped over. And then you land on this heart, and then you gotta do this wacky buffer, and you gotta go over here, and then you have to not miss the reverse wave dash, and I probably lost you again. I probably lost you once again. I mean, like, what? It's like, I'll figure it out, but it's, and this room is choke central again, because you have to do a wave dash, and then you have to do this, and then that, and then done. The level's over. Except you have to do this, like, you know, it's not trivial, but whatever. It's easy, so. I think these are, like, the two, they're gonna be the two most annoying levels, like, difficulty-wise. BVD and Synapse, so I'm getting these out of the way first. So I can leave the insanely boring levels for last. Yes. Oh my god. I'm feeling, like, pretty confident. I'm feeling more and more confident. Like, I got Be Berserk. I mean, I didn't, like... You know what? I did Be Berserk Deathless. Like, I skipped Room 7, because that room is insanely boring. So I didn't do that, I guess. But... yeah, I did it Deathless. So... there. And I did Superstructure Deathless. I didn't do Force Rush Deathless, but, like, I was doing all these while, like, watching YouTube in the background, which is not a good idea. Do not watch YouTube in the background while doing, like, difficult Celeste practice, but, at least I can say I can get both these silvers while watching YouTube in the background and being very distracted, which means Complacent Brain is at the helm, meaning I'm good at these levels. Excellent news, indeed. And also Laser Lab Silver. And Thing with Portal Silver. And Tectonic Trench is silver. Not Right Side Down Cavern though. That's when the like keyboard input shenanigans began, and that's when I stopped. So yeah. It's like I'm seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, or at the very least, like what I think is light. It's probably just another lamp in the fucking cavern I'm going through, but it's a progress point is what it is. We're almost done with deadlifting all the stuff, and I'm actually beginning to feel good at the maps in the lobby, which is not something I could really say. Like, I'm feeling more confident than unsure on average when I, like, go in and do my rounds of mindlessly playing the maps. Like, that's good. That's very good. And it's very nice, because, like, I feel like it's the first day I really felt that without, like, it's the first day I actively thought about it and, like, really felt that way. Because normally when I actively think about it, I feel unsure, and then every other time I'm just, like, not thinking about it because I'm too tired, or I'm just focusing on doing the maps or something. So, tomorrow will be more productive if I have time. That's a very big if. That is a massive if. So, yeah. Daily Diary, November 7th, 2025. So I'm playing Learn to Fly 3 today, and what the fuck? Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta straighten it out. Okay. Wait, no, never mind. No, we're not good. No, we are not good. Okay, are we good now? Okay, then we're good now. Okay. So, no, never mind. Okay. Can you guys calm down for a second? Okay. So, playing Learn to Fly 3 today. What the fuck? Okay. We're just gonna ignore it. So, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by 15,000 pieces of space debris at 15 million feet, that seems ridiculous to me that there's this much space debris at 15 million feet, but what do I know? Anyway, you know, I'm playing Learn to Fly 3 today. If you can't tell, this is gonna be the this is a pattern. This is gonna be the last daily diary in the video of episode 3. Because I was looking at the, like, folder for daily diaries I have for this episode, and it's, like, 15. It's a lot. It's a lot of them. And I gotta, like, the video's gonna be, like, 2 hours long at this rate. It can't go on. So, yeah. So, it's been a few days since my last, diary entry, because I had exams, and I was getting owned. Well, I got so owned, let me tell you. But it's over. It's in the past now, and I can now do, like, marginally more practice. I am still very busy. I have so many things to do, but that's besides the point. So, today, I was gonna do Synapse, and then I tested out BBD and Synapse, right? I'm just getting them, like, in my head so that, like, I know how to do them when it comes time to practice them. And so I did a playthrough of BBD and Synapse, and I was like, wow, Synapse sucks, and I don't want to play it right now. So I switched to doing BBD instead because it was just, like, less on the mental. It's an easier map to do and to practice and learn and all that. So I found a lot of strats. I'm realizing now that this is probably not a good way to demonstrate what strats I did, because I need to focus on this. But I'll, like, put up some clips as I talk about them. It was a lot of, like, I found a lot of position normalization strats just to, like, eliminate, like, 1 in 1,000 bloopers where, like, I dash into a spike on accident. I found one in, like, room 11 and one in room 5 just to make, like, the dash easier to set up. What the fuck? I forgot there was a UFO in this game, sorry. And then I experimented more with room 4, because room 4 has, like, the really weird, like, heart bump dash thing, and I do not understand it, and it is really dumb. And I'm using the strat I used when I first got the silver 3 months ago, by the way. To the day, may I add. That's crazy. Okay, where was I? Alright, yeah. Which is basically, like, I do a buffer dash off the heart, and then I immediately do an up dash, and that gives me enough height for the wall bounce, because I found an issue a lot of the time was I just wouldn't get enough height to, like, reach the heart, and I would die because I would, like, enter the wall bounce too low, so I had to, like, adjust with, like, I had to adjust where I would land on the heart, on, like, the side of the heart, before, like, I do the buffer dash off it. What the fuck was that? Okay. Sorry. So, there were also, like, I found, like, 2 instances where I could just skip a reverse wave dash by doing a buffer dash off a heart. Like, one in, like, room 10, and then another in room 6. Room 6 was really weird. Okay, this has gotta be the same guy in the UFO, I swear. But yeah, room 6 is weird. I tested out, like, an instant hyper approach to, like, just, like, jump into the wall at the start. And, like, crazy shenanigans happen with the heart. Like, I'm just gonna put it up on screen. Like, look at it. I don't understand why it does that. But, it does that, I guess. And then after that, I went in and got the silver once, and then, like, I started having the stupid deaths, you know, complacent brain started taking the wheel, and I'm tired, okay? I've been getting 5 hours of sleep every night for the past 3 nights, and my body cannot take it anymore. It was not a fun morning for Ingretti, okay, but, so honestly, I'm pretty happy with how I did, all things considered. Synapse, well, the plan is to deadlift it tomorrow, or at least try to. I don't see why I wouldn't deadlift it. It's not that crazy of a map. And I'm sure I've done crazier. And then I'll have to do Synapse. And it'll be fine. I'll do it. It is what it is, you know? We're almost at 20 maps at Unsure 2, which doesn't mean much. It just means that I could feasibly, like, silver them first try. Of course, could feasibly is not nearly good enough for what I'm looking for, but it's cool. It's progress is what it is. So, yeah. My first thruster's running out. Oh. Oh. Shoot. Only 3 to go. Okay, so see, like, a few years ago when I was playing this game, and, like, I was actually, like, I played it, like, in, like, whenever it came out, in, like, the Flash game era. But this is when they didn't have the Omega rocket, which is the best one. The Omega is the best stuff in Learn to Fly, by the way. And so, I got it on Steam a few years ago, and I upgraded everything. And, like, it has a sandbox mode where you can just, like, crank everything up to 1,000,000 and get 1,000,000, like, launching points, okay? And if you do that, you can find that there's a world border at, like, 107.3 million feet where it is impossible to move up anymore. It's actually impossible to move up or down. I don't know why, but I guess it's just how it is. And so I made it, like, my goal, my mission to reach the world border in, like, story mode, which is, like, the normal mode of the game. But the problem with that is that these thrusters can only get me up to, like, 67 million feet before they run out of fuel. And but luckily, there's a solution. Because okay, can this guy chill out? Okay, so there's a bonus shop where you can buy, like, reduced drag, and, like, you can reduce the number of obstacles in the air. The annoying things that I've been bombarding my spacecraft for the past 7 minutes, those ones. You can reduce the number of those that are in the air. You can also, like, increase your thruster power, and your, like, auxiliary thruster power, and, like, a bunch of other stuff. But it's, like, really minor changes. It's like each level is, like, it like, makes it better by 1%. Like, that's how much we're talking. Like, at most 1% increase. And to get those upgrades, you gotta pay with, like, bonus points. And you can... How do you get bonus points, you may be asking? The answer is that in the late game, you buy them with sardine... What the fuck is going on? Sorry. You buy them with sardines. And the best way to get sardines is to open, like, a new story mode file and beat it. And then you get sardines. And then you repeat that for 100 hours. And then you probably have enough sardines to get all the upgrades for what you need. Or at least to max out all the upgrades. I don't even know if it's enough if you max out all the upgrades. I think I did, like, some theoretical testing, and, like, it may be enough. I forgot. It was a while ago. But anyway, as insane as I am not... I was not going to grind sardines for 100 hours. Just to achieve some arbitrary barrier in a game. Who would grind for 100 hours to get some arbitrary barrier in a video game? Am I right or am I right? But anyway, yeah. So that's where the Learn to Fly 3 story ended for me. Okay, what is going on? I'm getting so owned right now. But yeah, I'm reliving old times, and I'm remembering why I quit. Because this what? Okay, I keep getting, like, mad that this happens. This is, like, the 20th time I've gotten mad about this. This is how it goes, and I'm seeing why I quit this game, because it's just this for another 11 minutes until I ran out of fuel. Like, are you kidding me? This was what I found fun? Like, no, absolutely not. So. What else was I gonna say? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video. This is probably gonna be 2 hours long. Whoa. And the last episode got exactly, 2.5 views, so I don't think this one's gonna fare any better. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Okay. I really appreciate it, so thank you so much. The practice front has been getting slower and slower, but I'm gonna persevere. I get things done. We get things done here on the Incredi channel, no matter how long it takes. So, yeah. I'm not gonna continue this run. This shit is over the moment I'm done monologuing, which is right now. So, yeah. Goodbye.